What's up guys, Woody here, back with another deck video. I just want to give a quick apology that I haven't been making much content recently. I've just been crazy busy. Please don't think it's because I don't care guys, or that I'm not playing Gwent, okay? I just want to get crazy busy. Unfortunately, Gwent is a luxury and it kind of has to take a back burner. I love making content. I wish I could do it on a lot more of a regular basis. But I just can't. And in terms of my streams, I'm kind of back on the streams again now. There was a little break, but we're back with some streams now. So yeah, we're going to jump into a new deck. I've been playing around with this deck, in all honesty, probably about the last 6 weeks, on and off. And I now feel like I've kind of got it, not the best it's going to get, but definitely one of the best iterations I'm going to get of it anyway. So it's obviously, you can tell straight away from the screen, it's a Queen Calanthe deck, okay? Or is that how you say her name? Calanthe? That's how I'm going to call it anyway. Queen Calanthe deck. Now, we'll run through the deck in more detail very soon, but the main idea of the deck is you're using Portal to pull out Trident Infantry. They're the only, apart from Blue Stripe Scout, they're the only 4-cost units we run. We run a couple of spells to bring out Trident Infantry. And then basically what we're doing on the same row, we're then using Queen Calanthe's ability to play Knighthood on that row, which if you don't know, splits 6 boost randomly between the units. So you're basically playing Portal to bring out 6 down here, and then playing Knighthood with Calanthe's ability to play another 6 onto them, so that's 12, and then these ping for 6, so that's 18-point play in one turn. Very important, and something that you should really remember with Queen Calanthe, she draws after using the ability. So after playing a card, she does then draw a card, which can be pretty huge. Now, the deck is pretty solid. Her getting the buff with the provisions buff, most recent patch, has allowed it just a little bit more power to it. Like, just one provision cost in this game is pretty huge when it comes to deck building. And yeah, I've played around the deck and this is the most success I've had with it. So I run through deck Portal. Obviously, you're pretty much using this for Trident Infantry. I'll go through, if you don't find it in your hand throughout the game, what to do at the end. Ale of Ancestors is just very powerful. Not much artifact removal being run at the moment, so when this comes out, it normally stays around round 3. Over the course of round 3, you're getting pretty much, you should be getting a minimum 15 points off it, because you should be playing it first. 12 to 15 points off this, but with some good synergy as well, which we'll go on to in a minute. Ogfist, just a finisher, just a really good finisher. You can use Ale of Ancestors when he comes out to put then 8 onto him. Be warned, doing that does add him to a target for Geralt or something like that. But if they've played their Geralt, if you don't feel like they've got that in hand, then put him up to an 8 means he's pretty much unclearable unless they are running some kind of removal. Like a Geralt removal. Neneke links in more synergy with Trident Infantry. Just also, she's 9 for 9. Pretty powerful. Selturk. The only reason we're running Selturk over an A, if I can find an A now, is purely because Selturk's 1p cheaper. That is literally the only reason. I can't even find an A now. There she is. So if you didn't know, an A is damage unit by 4. If an A is boosted, duel an enemy instead. She works very well with Ale of Ancestors. You can pop her down on the melee row to give her formation, which is obviously gives her zeal. Then boost her up to a 7, and then she can duel an enemy, which obviously puts her more powerful than Selturk, who comes out at 5. But just the one, I've tried to squeeze her in. There's a few things you could change out, but I've struggled to squeeze her in over Selturk. Vez is just, yeah, she's in here. She gives zeal. She's removal. It's pretty important. Viso coming out, boosts him straight up to a 6 with Ale of Ancestors round 3. Unless you're playing Nilfgaard and they're running multiple locks. Normally he's not getting locked. They'll focus a lot of attention on Viso. You can normally get a good few rounds off him with synergy with other cards, mostly Trident Infantry. Knighthood. So this is our kind of combo finisher, or say combo finisher. I'll talk about when we combo in a minute, but this is our combo piece with Calanthe. Lacerate, because we're running Reinforced Trebuchet, we're running Lacerate because against most Nilfgaard decks, people stack melee row. This normally comes off from minimum 10. Like 7 for 10 is pretty big. Blue Stripes Commando, just for tempo. Round 1, ideally you get this in hand round 1, along with Blue Stripe Scout, and you're bringing out a pretty huge kind of 16-point play off 2 cards, and it's deck thinning. Quite important. Dancing Star could be removed. I found that I come up against a lot of artifacts recently. Like I say a lot, I've come up quite a few artifacts where I wish I had an artifact removal in there. This, if you didn't know, Dancing Star destroys an artifact or it damages a unit by 3. That's still not bad. Something that comes out, Nautical Sergeant comes out, Magnet Division comes out for Nilfgaard. Removing this with 3, you're getting pretty good value with it for 5 because the way, obviously, they would tick. Moondust, Purify unit, and it's just purely in there for some more removal. 4 is pretty standard removal, really. 4 clears most big, I say, engines when they drop. Reinforced Trebuchet, if you didn't know, obviously plays on the range row, pings an enemy at the end of each turn on the range row by 1. Revenants, they're just Nilfgaard cards. They link well. If you can set up for them, they can get out of hand. The shield is in here mostly for maybe Viso or Seltuk. Obviously, if you didn't know, if Seltuk has a shield, then when he hits and they hit back, it doesn't do any damage. So he hits for 5, then they hit back and he hits again for 5. So you can clear like a 10-point card pretty easy with Seltuk if he has a shield on him. Spores, you could swap this out for something else. I quite like Spores. There's a lot of cards that really ramp up against monsters. This gets a lot of value against an Ozra or a Ghoul. Runewood, again, you can pop this on something like Viso. You can pop this on something like Seltuk. You can pop this on Seltuk with a couple of rounds to go if you don't think about heavy removal against something like monsters. And he can tick up to potentially a 9 with a shield. So he can clear an 18 cost card if you can get that combo off. Blue Stripes, as I mentioned, and Trident Infantries are the ones we're aiming to bring out with Portal. Now, what's different about this combo is it's not a finisher. You want to play the combo round 3, ideally, unless you're pushed really far round 1 and you have to play it to get the combo off. Now, to get the combo off, you need Portal in hand, you need Knighthood in hand, and you want to mulligan anytime you get a Trident Infantry. You ideally want Blue Stripe Scout in hand. If you get them in hand round 1, I would mulligan out to try and find Blue Stripes Commando rather than getting rid of them. Purely because I've had many times where I've played Portal and it's pulled one of these out and one of these out and it's been rather infuriating. So you want to be playing it because you want to make sure Knighthood, because it does randomly splits between units on a row, you want to make sure it's only hitting your Trident Infantries. So we're talking probably turn 2, maximum turn 3, round 3. So by that time, they've normally got 6 to 10 points on the board. You're then playing this. You can even set up beforehand by having something like the Neki on the board. And then you're playing this. And then all of a sudden, you're hitting it. Now, clearing 6 points off the board, as well as buffing for 6. And then you can pop your Viso, buffing by Ale of Ancestors. And then these guys can just kind of get out of hand. That's the idea of the deck. Do not save this as a finisher with the combo, because you'll pop Knighthood and it will spread out randomly across a whole row. And you might get, if you're lucky, 1, maybe 2 procs with the Trident Infantry. So, that's a deck. Yeah, let's jump into it. It's not, like I said, it's not the most powerful deck. People who watch this channel, hopefully you realise that I don't make super uber powerful decks. Like, I like looking at leaders that people aren't using and trying to work out how we can make decks that I feel like I haven't seen it. You may have seen this deck or similar iteration of it. Apologies if you have, but this is genuinely one that I've kind of been playing around with in the background. Yeah, so let's jump into some gameplay. Okay, who have we got? Let's have a look what we have going on here. Now, this deck is very susceptible to being bled round 2. It's also not great against something like monsters, because they can kind of, it doesn't have tons of removal, and the Thrive can kind of get a little bit out of hand. It's not good against crate control at all. So here we go. We have Portal in hand. We want to get rid of you because you have Portal in hand. We're going to get rid of you, see what we can find here. Okay, so we have the combo in hand, basically. These are the only 2 cards you need in hand for the combo. We don't actually have a great hand here, because this is very much more of a round 3 hand, dare I say it. So yeah, we are going to, what we're going to do is, let me think about this now. Do we pop Ale of Ancestors out now? Because we have Viso in hand. Okay. We're going to play you for now and get you the buff. The idea here is we're only going to probably play to 7 cards, then 1 to 6. and then pass. Because realistically, these guys don't want to be going much further than... Like, Meave wants a long round. So you can kind of... Because I know against Meave, it's very unlikely we get bled round 2. So we can get to 7 cards and get the hell out of the round. Next up, we will go with... I think we're going to go with Celtic, you know, and we're going to pop this on here. We almost have too good of a hand, and it's kind of annoying, but I don't want to use our combo because I want to leave that as a big removal round 1. If they play something like an Avalanche, then you can remove it. So we've done more about this because we can use a Geralt on this guy. So we're just going to clear that off the board. I'm actually going to play Naneki now, I think. Because there isn't tons else we want to play. I'm saving this in case they are running Ale of the Ancestors, which is quite possible in a Meave deck. I've seen it run a lot. This is going to put pressure on. The fact that we have this in hand has meant I'm playing the Naneki because ideally I wouldn't want to play the Naneki early on. We're actually going to push further than I thought because we're going to probably remove him next turn with Geralt. We'll see where they throw their TA. There we go. I think we just actually, in all honesty, pass because this comes out for 11. Okay, we might not get value later on with this, but I feel like we possibly could. I think this comes out at 11. We're 8 behind. Doesn't give us a great lead, does it? But I don't know if we get value on Geralt any later in the game. That's the question. Yeah, we're going to play it now. I may regret this. But I don't know if we get... We force them to play another card. But like I said, I don't know if we get value on him. There we go. We pass now. There we go. We're pretty much guaranteed to get the dry pass because it's Meave. And Meave doesn't wants the long round. And obviously the last say. We have the combo, which is pretty big. So they play something like an Avalanche to throw it onto a Viso. We can get rid of Avalanche pretty early doors because we have the combo. We don't want you. I mean, you're handy for Viso. We're going to throw you out probably this round anyway. We want something to play. So I'm just going to keep you to play you. If I mulligan you and draw into a better card, I have to play something this turn. So that's why I've kept Revenant, just to throw Revenant out now. To be honest, it's probably going to be the only card I'm going to play. And we want to draw into, obviously we want Octavist, Vez. The issue is we still have this in the deck, which is really irritating because it means we probably only pull we only get one of these out. Trust me, this game hates me sometimes. I've genuinely had it where I have pulled out one Blue Stripe Scout and one Trident Infantry, played Knighthood, and literally all 6 points have gone on to the Blue Stripe Scout. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, you're not bad, actually. What's the chance of running an artifact? Because this could be a really costly card if we're not running artifact. I hate this because I will mulligan it and I'll be running an artifact. I'll be running Ale Ancestors. I won't mulligan it, and they won't be running it. No, this is gonna be Trident Infantry, isn't it? Let me try. Ah, you bastard. Okay, that's not the end of the world. It's kind of annoying, but hey, we have to deal. We have to play with what we've got. So we play Ale of the Ancestors. We have to work with what we've got. Play you now and buff you. I think there we go. We play the thing next now. How lucky do we get? That's the question. This is where we don't get lucky. So we play Portal. The idea is we would pull out 2 Trident Infantries. We have 1 in our hand, so we know we're only going to get 1. We play Queen's ability to pop the Knighthood on. We want at least half going on to Trident Infantry. 1. There we go. That's how much the game hates me. And you thought I was joking when I said that it didn't hate me. That's why this deck isn't that strong, if I'm being completely honest. For that very, very, very specific reason right there. Okay, so we're going to play you now. I'm going to buff you. And play Viso in 2 turns. If they don't remove this, if they don't use the order ability now, then we will get rid of... They're going to use it now? We get rid of Vez. Okay, we're still in quite a good position here. Here we go. So the issue being they didn't run an artifact, did they? No, they didn't. So now we can play Viso. And we can buff him. I can pop this here. Yeah, so I mean the fact hopefully you can see the potential in terms of this fecking card here. Really stitch us over. Obviously got 5 of the procs, so we would actually be up by another potential 10 if we got it the way it's meant to go. Let's make something. We'll throw this on you. We're in quite a good position. They should, theoretically, they should keep stacking the front row. Well, I'm just going to throw this here. That makes the most sense because I want to keep it ticking. I mean, we're going to throw this onto here in the hope that this pops it. Come on, get Foglet. There we go. That was what I wanted. Can't be a bit of RNG. So we do exactly... we're not going to get 2 procs on it, are we? We could... I mean, they're not going to play an artifact now, are they? So we're going to throw this onto you. Who knows? Maybe we get lucky and both hits Octopist. There's a big chance now if they're running something like a Geralt that... Go on, pick up... There we go. We got lucky there. Wow. There we go. We won. Sweet. Cool. They forfeit. Yes, we got a lot of luck there. But we also got against the luck as well. In terms of... Well, you saw what it pulled out. How, yeah. Our mulligans weren't the kindest to us, shall we say. But let's jump into another game. Let's go straight back in. I like to try and get 2 games on these videos. So you can kind of try to see what the deck runs like. So I suppose what I should say, if you don't get Portal in your hand, then try to get a Trident Infantry. And what you can do is you get Viso out. Hopefully you got Ale of Ancestors. You can pop the 3 on top of Viso. Let him build up to like 6 or 7 charges. And then when you play the Trident Infantry, obviously remember it's double the value. So you put 7 charges onto Trident Infantry. You're actually getting 14 points off plus the 3 you're getting to play them. If you get last say, you're getting like 17-point swing last say. So it's pretty powerful. It is pretty powerful. Something like something like Anna could be running the deck. I ran her in the deck, but she got removed all the time or damaged out of contention to then be buffed up enough. I found like I was constantly trying to feed Anna the power to get her up. There we go. We have Portal again. We have both of these. So we want to mulligan these guys. We have Portal. We don't have Knighthood at the moment. We do have this guy, which is cool because we can. I say it's cool. We are probably we'll play him round 1 no matter what, because I'm saying that we'll see. Because if we think we're going to lose round 1, we'll save him just to throw him out round 2, and it does mean we don't get him as the proc in thingy. So we need Knighthood. He's quite a big card, and obviously Out of Ancestors is pretty huge as well. Let's see how this goes. So we won 1. I'm happy with that. Meave is pretty powerful. Henselt is probably one of the most powerful Nilfgaard leaders at the moment. I'm thinking about doing towards the end of the season like a whole thing on. Well, that was obvious that was going to happen, wasn't it? Question is, what do we go with? What do we go? It's just damages by 1, doesn't it? Yeah. I'm going to put you out. One thing I will say, especially with new players who are relatively new to the game, don't be afraid of playing like gold card. When I first started playing Gwent, it was like, oh, I need to save these gold cards. I can't have these gold cards come out, and yeah, I can't be doing that. So this guy's gone all in round 1. So basically what we do is we kind of just pass up pretty early on. Yeah. Just kind of go, yeah, come on, you take the rounds. Like, we're fine with that. I'm actually going to throw them out now, to be honest. And I'm going to pop more of them in the deck because I don't mind having this guy in the deck. Like I said, when we get to 7 cards, we're probably going to pass. These guys are going to want the long round. They've used leader ability. I feel personally like it was a bit premature using leader ability. They could bleed. There's every chance they could bleed. We need to play 1 more card. That's the issue here. Throw Revenant out. And there we go. Ping, pop. We just pass now. And we pass. Simple as that. They've used leader ability. They've thrown out some big cards. So they've played all their Arblasts. I mean, they may try to bleed a bit now. They'll play a couple of cards, but that's annoying. We drew into them. Yeah, but no, so what I was trying to say was new players, don't be afraid to play gold cards round 1, like to win the round. Don't actually be afraid to use your leader ability to win the round. I mean, they may go on and win it and use leader ability that early on. It's fine. But if I'm being completely honest, I think they were a little bit early using leader ability. I should have maybe used this. We'll see what they play next. Again, I have seen Henselt running Ale of the Ancestors. I have seen Ale of the Ancestors become a bit of a, not go-to, but a popular Northern Realms card. And why wouldn't it be? Like, it's free 15 on a long round. There we go. There we go. So we're going to play this to get... Death to the enemy! We're going to end turn. We're going to pop. And we're going to play this just to kind of thin the deck out. That's the only reason why. And then when we pass. So we thin the deck out a bit now. We want Knighthood's the big card we want to draw into because we can get the full combo off then. Nice. Nope. Okay. We're probably not going to fight now, are we? Hello, Ancestors. Oh my... Okay. So infuriating. So infuriating. We didn't get Knighthood, but we got Viso. We can stack Viso. We can still pull out the other guy with this one. We've only got one here. Porter gets really poor value because it's only going to pull out one card. Yeah, we haven't had the best draws, but then this is why I like playing games on these videos straight off the bat. I don't want to cherry pick them because I can cherry pick games where everything goes perfectly well. Let's be honest, how many times does stuff go perfectly well when you're playing Gwent? Never. Like, or once in 10 games will I have everything line up perfectly. So this is now when I would pop that card. I'm going to play this. Then I can play Portal next to only pull out one of them, which is kind of infuriating, but hey ho, happens. Foglet is a pain in the bum. One card. It's annoying. Huge leader ability now to play Naneki and see what we draw into. Okay, Octavis isn't the worst thing to draw into, that's for sure. I think... There we go. I was kind of expecting that. Then we can bring him out next. He comes out for quite a big lot because there'll be two procs here. There'll be one on him here. Lacerate's our last play, so we don't have to worry about that. We could actually clear Vez with this next, which wouldn't be the worst idea. See if they use the Zeal. If they don't use the Zeal off Vez, then we're going to probably clear her. We get value off this, really good value off this then. There's the Vez value, I assume. There we go. It's kind of annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's not kind of annoying, it's very annoying. This guy gets one pop off this and the pop off this, really. Not really that good value. Yeah, I feel like we're in a bit of trouble here.
These dogs have no honor.
I'm going to boost. I'm going to Zeal. I'm going to clear this. I mean, it's going to be a tight finish. There's no denying that. It's going to be a tight finish. We clear this straight off the board now. We get value while we can here. I think we play Trident next. Oh! Pop. And pop. Octavist and then finish Lacerate. Lacerate's getting really poor value. If, again, we're being honest. I feel like I've definitely misplayed here. with I should have cleared the Vez off when I had the chance. I didn't. She then meant that we got rid of Viso. We lost Viso, which is, yeah, pretty damn annoying. Now they may clear Octopus here. They have 2 damage here. They only need to find 3 from somewhere. Oh, there we go. There's the Octopus. Now the question is, I'm going to actually play it here. I know we get a pop of this here. They're running something like a Geralt. I know it's being over safe, but they're running a Geralt. I'm giving them the value. We haven't got anything over an 8 at the moment. So I'm going to pop this here. I'm going to pop this. And then we're going to pop this. I mean, they've got 8 on Octavist. They need 12 from in hand. We don't have a single... Oh, we've got 1 unboosted. They're going to clear here. There we go. And that was without things going to plan again. So you can, hopefully you can see that this Queen Calanthe deck's... I don't want to sit here and say it's super solid, but I've had success with it. I'm not going to deny I've had success with it. I've dropped to 10 obviously because to reset, and I've not had a chance to go on properly, hence why I'm only at 16.24. But yeah, hopefully you can see that there is definite potential with this Queen Calanthe deck. Try it out for yourselves, guys. Like, feel free, like, if you hate it and you've tried it, you go, oh my god, this deck, there's no consistency. Like, I've played 2 games and we haven't got the big combo off once. But hopefully you can then see that when you do get that big combo off, when you do get the both Trident Infantries coming out, you pop the Knighthood on it, it's huge. Like, it's a massive swing. And it feels pretty satisfying. You're like, yeah, baby, just look at this. And then you get Viso on, you start stacking Viso, you start pinging off left, right, and centre with the Trident Infantries. It's fun. It's really nice. It works well. It is the biggest issue with the deck is it lacks consistency. It's not as consistent as I would like it to be. I've looked around how to make it more consistent. It's pretty hard. With the provisions you've got, it's pretty hard to do. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for checking the video out. If you liked it, then why not give it a little like? I do stream every Sunday morning, every Monday night, and every Wednesday night, UK time. Gwent over on Twitch. Link is on the channel somewhere. It'll be in the description below as well. Feel free to jump over, follow me, check me out in terms of on Gwent on Twitch. And yeah, come watch some of the streams. I'll be playing some more Queen Calanthe. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching the video. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if you've tried the deck, if you like it, or if you're going to try the deck and you like the idea of it. Until next time, have a good one. Enjoy your day, morning, evening, whatever it is where you are. And goodbye, guys. Cheers.